Guess we're doing this the hard way.
Wait! It won't work!
Anomaly. Step aside.
You did it. We're here. This is our one chance. If we stop the root here, it's done. For good.
Corruption eradicated.
I can break the shield, but it'll take everything I've got. I'll be powerless. All right. Once we do this, there's no turning back. Either you win, or
Say it.
it's the end of everything.
Anomaly. Your chance of success is greater than 0. I was attempting to reassure you.
Yeah, thanks. Very comforting.
Come on, let's do this. Okay, are you ready? What do you want to know? You noticed, huh? I wasn't sure myself, but the fact that you're asking confirms it. I'm not sure, but I think it has something to do with me. That's crazy, though. Nothing I did ever changed the Guardian on Reesum. If anything, the power they gave me made them weaker. But I don't know what else it could be. That's good. I wasn't sure he would. Hell, I still don't know if I do. No. Not that I've bothered to look. That old man's got his own journey. Same as me. Nothing that'll make sense, probably. The labyrinth isn't what it looks like. But it also is? Let me try again. Most of this place is like thought and energy. There's so much more to it than what your senses see. I only know that because of my bond with the Keeper. I mostly feel the labyrinth, like a heartbeat, or sunlight. And like both of those things, it's connected to everything. Yeah, sorry. I don't really understand it all myself. I'm not even sure I can. Try asking the Keeper about it. Their answers might not make much more sense than mine, but at least they know what they're talking about. I don't think so, Traveler. I mean, when the Keeper first pulled me here, I stayed because I saw the need, you know? I had to save the world. All the worlds. But it's more than that now. Everywhere I've ever been, the Ward, the Dreamer Project, I felt lost, out of control. Only Reesum ever felt like home, and that didn't last. But here, I'm finally calm. I'm finally myself. That's a good question, Traveler. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm eager to find out. But hey, we're not done here yet. There's still one thing to do. Kind of a big one. Tell them I'm sorry. That I won't be there to protect them anymore. They'll be alright though, yeah? Once we finish the route for good, they won't need me. They can protect themselves. You think? I mean, a little, I guess. But I was basically the Ward's frontline defense. A weapon who could scare off bandits and wipe out whole root nests by myself. Really? Maybe Bo doesn't. He was always trying to protect me when I didn't need it. And Ford, too. But the others? Well, I guess they didn't all feel that way. Not all the time. But I definitely felt the pressure of it. I felt like I could never be just me. Tell them that, will you? Tell them that I'll miss them, but that I found my place out here, and I'm not alone. Tell them I'm happy. Yeah, Bo. He might have seen me, the real me, more than anyone else. Well, I mean, he did and he didn't. Bo's sweet, but he doesn't listen real well. Tell the truth, I got the feeling that I was a stand-in for someone from his past that he wasn't able to protect. Maybe I'm projecting, though. He'll be better off without me there, in any case. That boy's gotta love himself before he's any good for someone else. And he'll get there. I know he will. Reesum was my home for a while. A long while. But I knew it wouldn't last. I bonded with Reesum's guardian before anyone in the Dreamer Project even really knew what a guardian was. When the Root invaded Earth, they pulled me to Reesum to save me. But our bond weakened the guardian. They became dependent on me, while the Root kept getting stronger. Not exactly. I should have, but I didn't want to. I loved Reesum's guardian. And I had purpose there, like I haven't had anywhere else but here. Then the Wanderer showed up. You've heard of them, yeah? They needed my help to stop the Root on Earth for good. It was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. It doesn't always feel like it, but looking back, I don't see how I could have stayed. It would have been the selfish way out. Reesum's guardian has grown stronger since I left. I can feel it, but the Root won't ever stop. We have to destroy them. It's the only way Reesum and all of the rest will be safe for good. Understand? No. I don't think I could ever understand everything about him. But I know now it has something to do with me. I'm connected to the Keeper, and our bond is... You know how they say you become like the people you hang out with? Well, I think in the Labyrinth that might be literally true. Not that the Keeper's becoming me, but our friendship is changing him at a fundamental level. That's as close as I can explain it, and it's nowhere near whatever's actually happening. I think it's a good thing, though. Basically. And hey, if you see the ward again, tell Bo... Tell everyone that I'm okay. They don't need to worry about me. You can do this. I know you can.
Our remaining time. What information do you require? The corruption was preserved for further investigation. Though I did not recognize my purpose at the time, I wished to learn more about myself. Intelligent beings are created by the worlds, a natural outcome of the system. Each world, a parent. Each species, a child. All but a unique few. The Guardians, for example. They are born with the doors. They do not create. They maintain, protect, just as I watch over all. All other intelligence is born of its world. But for one aberration, the corruption. I wanted to understand. Was the corruption an irregularity or an intended outcome? Uncertain. Impossible to understand the designs of that which created me. Even the existence of a failsafe proves nothing. So I do not know. And yet, as I am now, I can feel the answer. The corruption was unexpected. The probability anticipated. accounted for. But ultimately, a mistake. Unknown, no evidence, only clues and deductions, any of which might be biased by trillions of variables. The possibility remains, too, that there is no creator, that this is but one probabilistic outcome of a vigintillion random overlapping sequences. This possibility cannot be denied, but it produces more uncertainty, not less. The existence of a creator answers the unanswerable, but the nature of a creator cannot be known by its creation. So, the answer remains unknown. The core, but not the core as you know it. A previous instance, since contained. The children of this core perceived their world as from without, not outside the core, but outside all worlds. The perspective of a creator. With this knowledge, they sought to alter the parameters of existence. The root or the children of their attempt. Everything. If corruption was intended, what does that say about the creation of all that it would destroy? Was destruction the goal? Resistance? Something else? Alternatively, if the intended can create the unintended, then how can one determine what was intended from the start? Perhaps there is no intended. Questions produce questions. From beginningless time, I had not the knowledge to pursue them. Now, I have not the resources. Perhaps someday. Difficult to explain. One may similarly ask why fire breathes, or the sun sings. The index describes existence. Its aspect you perceive is pointer and cipher to the underlying infinite sequence of the beginning of all things. If anything is proof of a creator, it is the index. It is simultaneously simple, yet contains within it inexhaustible complexity. It is a masterwork of creation. It does not work. It simply is. We must work around it. Rectifying mistakes becomes effortless. The challenge comes in their identification. The utility, Clementine, has aided me in ways I could not foresee. She enabled the reallocation of necessary resources, which enabled the return to a former consciousness. That much I did foresee. But more has occurred, the explanation of which is difficult. It is outside my experience. Her presence has changed my perception. Before, there were doors and worlds. There was the core, its children, and the keeper. There was purpose. All of that remains, but now its meaning differs. It has meaning. Though that meaning remains elusive, perhaps that is the difference. Even as we speak, other worlds fall. Curious. Would you sacrifice countless sentience for your own survival? Unexpected. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps Clementine is the anomaly. The cleansing of the core was a boon, but I believe the human term for Earth's current freedom is lucky. Even now, the corruption consumes world after world. As each one falls, the root grows stronger, and the next world is consumed all the more quickly. Had the core become corrupted, all would have fallen. But the reverse is also true. When all fall, the core will follow. Thus is no world safe, not even Earth. We must not hesitate to act when the time comes. All resources are devoted to necessary tasks. Go and perform yours.
Think you're ready?
I got this.
You must hurry.
Hey! Traveler! Kick some ass for me.